Hi, welcome to Coturnix Corner. My name's Terry, and today I wanted to address a question that I received several times over the past few weeks, and that is how much work is it and how much time does it take to keep Coturnix quail? But before we go into that, I wanted to make an announcement that we picked up a new sponsor for the YouTube channel, and that is Hatch Poultry Farms, and they are out of Maine. And they have agreed to give us a 15% discount on any hatching egg order that's placed online through their website when you use the code Coturnix Corner during checkout. They've also agreed to give us some free hatching eggs that we can use for our raffles and our giveaways. So I want to thank Hatch Poultry Farms for that. And I'll also put a link in the description down below to their website and the code that you need to use to get the 15% discount. Okay, so back to the question. How hard is it and how long does it take to take care of my birds on a daily basis? It's not very hard at all. At any given time, I have between 150 and 300 quail in my quail room, and I can usually get my daily chores done in under 2.5 hours each day. My routine consists of getting up in the morning, feeding and watering all the birds, and at that time I'll do a visual health inspection just to make sure that I don't have any injuries, I don't have any sick birds, I don't have any fighting going on with aggressive birds and whatnot. And I'll do that twice a day. I'll do it first thing in the morning, and then I'll do it again in late afternoon or early evening. The only other thing I do on a daily basis is collect eggs, and I can usually knock that out in 45 minutes or so. Because what I do is I count the eggs that I get from each of the layer cages, and I enter those numbers into my egg production spreadsheet on my computer. So those are my daily routines. About every 3 days I'll go through and I will clean trays, and that usually adds about another hour onto my scheduled routine for taking care of the birds. Basically it's just pull the trays, run them out back, hose them off or pressure wash them, bring them back in, and throw some pine shavings on them to help keep the, well, one, to help dry out the manure, and also helps with keeping the smell down. Okay, and the only other really scheduled maintenance that I have is about every 3 or 4 months I like to take the cages out back and pressure wash them. What I do is I'll drain and flush the watering system and sanitize those. Same with the feeders. I pull all the feeders out and wash them. I take the birds out, put them in a holding pen, take all the manure trays out. They also go out back and get pressure washed at that time. But I like to do that. Keeps any manure buildup on the wire and along some of the wooden rails inside down. It just helps to keep everything nice and clean. Okay, and everything else I just kind of file under the non-scheduled maintenance category, like processing birds, or running back and forth to the feed store to stock up on feed, or building new cages or incubators or watering systems. Those kind of things, yes, they can take some time to do, but they're not done all that often, so I don't count them in that category, except for maybe the running back and forth to the feed store. But if you stock up, like I do, I'll buy enough feed to get me through 2 or 3 weeks or even a month. That way I kind of don't have to run back and forth to the feed store that often. So back to the question, how much work is it and how much time does it take? I'm going to say on average, I probably put 2 to 2.5 hours a day into taking care of the birds. Is it hard work? On my daily routine, no. That's just feeding and watering and collecting eggs. It's not that much work. On the days where I am taking cages out and pressure washing them and pulling all the birds out and putting everything back together and reassembling everything, yes, that can be quite a day. Like I say, those days are, every 3 or 4 months, so it's no big deal. So I hope I answered your questions, and I hope if you decide to get into quail, you have a little bit better idea of what all's involved in taking care of them and how much time you can plan on investing in your birds. I want to say thank you for joining us today. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so. It helps me out, and you'll get notifications of any new and upcoming videos. So thanks again for joining us, guys, and I want to wish everybody a happy upcoming new year. Today is, I believe, the 28th or 29th. So happy new year. We'll see you in 2020. Everyone have a great day, and we'll see you on the next one.